Hey guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. You're here with me, Ethan Davidson. In this video, I'm going to be talking about Star Trek The Next Generation. I just recently finished watching all 7 seasons of it, and now I'm going to give you my thoughts, what I liked about the show, what I didn't like about the show, and then in a separate video, I will be doing a character ranking. So that should be fun, because I've probably got some unpopular opinions. I usually do. This was released in 1987 and ran until 1994. It tied in with the movies, which I've all seen the movie. I've seen them all. That's my knowledge of Star Trek. I don't know anything about the TV shows, except the names, and now this. That's my knowledge of Star Trek. But as an overall view, I love the show. There was a couple of things that I will get to in the negative section that could have been better, but for that, I'll leave it shortly before I get started. But let's get my positives. The first thing that I will say I really liked about the show is the characters. Two characters in particular stood out to me, and that was Patrick Stewart as Captain Jean-Luc Picard and Brett Spiner as Lieutenant Commander Data. Now, Data was easily the best character in the show in my book. So, spoiler for my character ranking, he'll be in the top tier. But no, Brett Spiner was absolutely amazing. I mean, he killed it as the android. He brought that charisma to him, that look of wanting to be human but knowing you're not.
I am only an android.
Uh, he was just an engaging character. He was well written, well developed, well acted. Every scene he was in, he was easily the standout. There was a few episodes in particular where Brett Spiner got to shine. He also played Data's brother, the evil one, Lorne, as well as the person who created Data, Dr. Noonan Sang. He basically played all the holodeck characters in an episode called Fistful of Data, which is probably one of my favourite episodes with regards to Data. Moving on from that though, I really liked all the species in this show. I like the Romulans, the Klingons. You see them the most, but I also like the Cardassians and the Bajorans. My favourite species though is the Borg. I mean, look how badass they are. They look intimidating. They sound intimidating.
Lower your shields and prepare to transport yourself aboard.
They act intimidating, and honestly, they're one of my favorite villains in sci-fi now. I like them that much. I didn't know anything about the Borg. Um, I think I remember them briefly in, was it Star Trek First Contact, but I only watched that like once ages ago. So when I actually got introduced to them here in the TV show, they became iconic. Um, they're part of the best episodes, in my opinion, of Star Trek: The Next Generation. The Best of Both Worlds episode, in particular, part one and two, were phenomenal. The episode involves Captain Jean-Luc Picard getting assimilated into the collective, which is kind of like the Borg mind. I thought that was really cool, really creepy. I love the inside of the Borg ship, the actual design of the Borg ship, which was really cool. And that's actually another positive that I'm actually going to give the entire show. All the ships of every faction was really cool. The production across this entire show, even in the bad episodes, were phenomenal. I also liked the score. The score by Jerry Goldsmith, I think his name is, who did the score from the first film. It's here in The Next Generation. I thought was really good. The theme where you encounter the Borg, that's one of my other favourite ones. There was a couple other ones throughout the entire show that I didn't get the name of, but were kind of catchy, and you're like, oh yeah, that's a good theme actually. I really like that one. um, but yeah, no, they were all the music cues and sounds were really cool. I also like the effects. There was a couple of goofy effects in some episodes where it's like, okay, that didn't age quite as well, but you know, you can let it pass because the show itself is really good, and you honestly don't really notice them that well. The bad ones anyway. The good ones you can see that perfectly, like the lasers that come out the ships when they're fighting. You can see to the side there. I'm not pointing that way actually. That's really like iconic. Them like shooting photon torpedoes, I think is cool. That's basically where Star Trek: The Next Generation shines. Is the fights, the space fights. That is another big positive that I'll give for the show. The battles in space are easily some of the best space battles that I've seen. Period. There's so many iconic like fights in space that involve the Federation and the Romulans and moving on to my mix. There's only one really, and that is the kind of cheesy effects in some of them. I know it's not really like a negative, but some of it was a bit distracting. When you really look at the episode, you're like, yeah, okay, that's a bit just slightly off, which is why I'm only putting it in the mixed aspect. And moving on from there, I've only got one negative, well, two negatives. One's kind of a light negative essentially, and that is some of the episodes were kind of boring to get. There was an episode in season 7 called Sub Rosa, which was kind of boring. A lot of episodes in season 1 and 2 were kind of, they dragged on a little bit when the story wasn't as interesting. A lot of the story was good though, so that's why it's only a minor negative, a light negative. The main issue I had with this show was Wesley Crusher. I love the actor Will Wheaton who plays Wesley Crusher, and I did like the character at first. I liked Wesley Crusher, but as the show went on, and he became more grown up, he became more of an asshole. He became so unlikable. It's like, why did you write him like this? If he was meant to be relatable for the younger generation, like me, uh, why did you write him to be someone that gets their doesn't is involved with their friend dying, a fellow cadet, and then lies about it not only to Starfleet, which he was planning to join at that time, and his captain, someone he looks up to. It's like, why would you lie and then, twist around and say, no, I don't know what happened or whatever, but it's like, why? Why did you do this? I mean, other than that, he becomes like a condescending asshole when he comes back onto the ship after that. And it's like, okay, Wesley, you're just unlikable now. You're just an asshole. Just no, you're just unlikable. But other than that, that's the only really major negative that I have about this show. I would give this a 4.5 stars out of 5. I think it is a really, really great Star Trek series, and easily accessible to beginners like me. I would consider myself a beginner. I'm kind of just casual, I guess. Um, I really enjoyed it. I highly recommend it, even if you're not like the biggest sci-fi guy or person. It's still an enjoyable watch. There's still a lot of good story in here. There's a lot of good characters. It's well written. It's a fun show. Um, But yeah, let me know, what did you guys think of Star Trek? Are you a Star Trek fan? Have you watched The Next Generation? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Um, let me know what you all thought about it. Um, or ask me questions about Star Trek, and I'll try and answer the best of my knowledge. uh, but yeah, that's going to be it for me for this video. I will be back shortly with my ranking, so that should be fun. Thanks guys for all the support you give me and my sister. Like all the likes, all the comments, all the subscriptions. It really means a lot. I know we're beginners at this and we're kind of learning as we go. But yeah, thank you so much guys as always, and I will see you in the next video.